Health-wise, I was fairly healthy. Didn't have any problems until an evening where I started to become very sick. I was having a terrible time breathing. I was gasping for air. It lasted all night long, kept me awake all night long. I was coughing, just really having a hard time breathing. I felt like every breath that I was able to take in was very shallow, and it just wasn't giving me the oxygen that I needed. So this went on all night long. In the morning, I decided to take myself to the doctor. And when I got there, they ran some tests, gave me a breathing treatment, x-rayed my lungs, ended up telling me that I had full-blown asthma, like I'd had it for 20 years. So they decided to give me an inhaler and sent me away. I walked out of that office that day just owning this condition, owning asthma. I was now a person who had full-blown asthma, had not had it my entire life, but I had a brother who had it, so I just figured this is, what I have now. God started to work in my heart and started to reveal to me that this was not His plan. This was not His purpose. This sickness that had come upon me was not of Him. And I started to pray about that and ask God for guidance and God, what can we do about this? And so God laid it on my heart that I was to fast. At first, I didn't think I'd even be able to get through a day of my fasting because I had not been so successful, the few times before. And so day 2 went well. Day 3, I was doing great. Day 3 was the day we were going to pray about this. That evening, we met here out at church, and it was a Wednesday, and there was a worship service going on in the well. We went back there and we started to pray, and Brian started to pray against spirits of asthma and breathing problems, and I thought, oh, this is easy, this is no problem at all. And then he started to call out some other things that God had laid on his heart, abandonment and fear of man, rejection, some things that I never would have imagined that I even dealt with. But as he started to call these things out, I started to just feel different, and I was coughing and choking and crying uncontrollably. And after about 45 minutes of this, I just sat up straight, and I had just this unbelievable sense of peace. And I had a smile on my face from ear to ear, and I felt free, and I wasn't coughing. We went back out into the worship service for about another 20 minutes or so, and I was singing freely without coughing, without choking, without gasping for air. And ever since then, I've not used an inhaler. It's been about 9 months now, maybe a little more than that, and I have not used an inhaler. I can exercise freely without gasping for air. I can eat spicy foods. I can sing. I can dance. I can laugh. And I have no coughing. I am completely whole, completely healed. I have not struggled since that day, and I give all the glory to Him. I'm so grateful to Him. He's an amazing God.